We are halfway through the month of April. Today we will be discussing sneakers to resell in the remainder of the month. If you're not into reselling, that is okay as well. You could use this guide to know what are going to be the most hype sneakers, the most limited, or even what popular general releases may potentially go on sale because, hey, we're all trying to save some money. Specifically, we'll be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether the sneaker will be profitable or not, or if they may even sit on shelves, resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications. This way you're 100% updated on all these profitable releases. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter for urgent updates and info, KeithAdam10, and also personals for you, such as the recent shock drops we have been seeing. Kicking it off though, we have the Jordan 2 Union LA dropping in 2 colorways on Union's website tomorrow. Make sure you watch my How to Comp guide if you have not already. While these were initially set for the 8th, they will be dropping tomorrow. Unfortunately, retail is quite high on these at $225, plus Union will likely charge $20 shipping plus tax for most of you guys. So regardless, I do still feel that there is sufficient demand on these to allow for profitability, but only with a subpar to decent margin, depending on if you have tax or not. Unfortunately, not as good as what we saw on Jordan 4s, even though those had the same high retail. For the better margin, stick to the larger sizes. Let me know what you guys think about these. While I don't typically like Jordan 2s, I think the designers really nailed it for what they had to work with. Also on the 15th, we have 2 pairs of the Joe Freshgoods New Balances, specifically the 2002R for $130 and also the 550 for $120. Now, given these very low retails, there should be sufficient room for profitability with a decent to good margin on both of these. Then we also have the Jordan 1 Low Curry Grade School dropping on the Nike app for $95. These are mostly just personals unless you do have no tax in your state, and in that case, you may be able to make a few dollars with a poor margin on the larger sizes. Nothing notable though. We also have the Jordan 1 Low Sherpa Fleece dropping for $110 on the Nike app. Unfortunately, these are personals only, and you may be able to get them for below retail in the secondary market if you are patient. But now, moving on to the 16th, the Jordan 7 Sapphire will be dropping in the US after Europe already released these. These are personals only though. We also have some delayed retailers such as Snipes and Jimmy Jazz dropping the Dunk High Cargo Khaki in grade school sizes, although these are mostly just personals only. Jumping to the 19th, for $220, the Yeezy 700 MNVN Geo will be having their wider release. Now, given where the current resale is already at, I'll let you guys decide on this one. Will it be A, incredible profit with an insane margin, B, lunch money with a subpar margin, or C, immense f***ing bricks? However, also on the 19th, we have the Dunk Low Cider dropping for $110, which should hold up for small profit with a decent to good margin, especially in larger sizes. Also on the 19th, the M&M Adidas Forum 84 will be dropping for $150. I think it's a cool concept, but based off the current demand, unfortunately, I would have to say personal only for these as well. Similarly, on the 20th, for $120, the Air Force 1 Uno will be dropping. While I think this is also a fun concept, demand is not looking good, so I'd have to say personal only for these as well. And the same definitely goes for the Uno Zoom Freaks on the 16th as well. Also on the 20th, for $110, the Dunk Low Next Nature Sequoia will be dropping in the US after Europe has already dropped these. Based off of current demand, these are mostly just personals unless you do have no tax, and in that case, perhaps you can make a couple of dollars profit with a very poor margin in the larger sizes. Then on the 21st, the Dunk Low Rifty Blue will be dropping in the US for $110. These should be profitable with a decent margin as well. Then on the 22nd, for $90 each, the Yeezy Foamrunner Sulfur as well as the Stone Sage will both be dropping. I'd expect both of these to perform very similar to recent foam runners we have been seeing. Nothing very different here, hence they should be very profitable with a great margin thanks to that lovely low retail. Then on the 25th, the Billie Ellish Air Force 1 High will be dropping for $170. While she does have a very large following, similar to the prior pairs, I'm not expecting much from these, although I do expect some profit with a good margin, just nothing incredible unfortunately. Then on the 27th, the Jordan 1 Mid Armor Navy will be dropping for $130. At best, there's only going to be about lunch money to be made on these with a poor margin, nothing too notable when it comes to these. Then on the 28th, the Jordan 11 Low Pure Violet will be dropping for $190. At best, I'm only expecting lunch money with a poor margin on these as well, specifically for the large sizes. sizes if you don't have tax in your state. Otherwise, these will most likely just be personals as well. Then on the 29th, for $225, the A Ma Maniere Jordan 2 will be dropping. Similar to the Union 2s, I would expect these to be profitable with a decent margin, but certainly not as good as the 1s or the 3s that we have seen in the past from A Ma Maniere. Regardless, this should still definitely be a fun, good drop to look forward to, just like Union tomorrow. Then on the 29th, the Jordan 13 Brave Blue will be releasing for $200. Unless you have local buyers, I'd say these will mostly just be personals, unfortunately. But anyway, that will conclude it for today. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed, or perhaps if you learned a thing or two. Subscribe and enable post notifications so you're always 100% updated on every single one of these hyped releases. Also, feel free to check out the links in the description below for reliable, fast, residential proxies and pre-verified Nike sneakers or Adidas accounts. Also, feel free to follow Endurance's Twitter for updates on restocks or key giveaways, and the same goes for Gargantua if you want to keep up the progress or restocks. Last but not least, make sure to follow Keith Adam 10 and Personals for you. This way you guys stay updated on all urgent info like I was discussing today. With that though, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these upcoming releases.